Hey everybody, Mark here at Matterport. This is the fourth episode session that I've done so far in this setting, and I want to talk about lighting. The lighting that you're in a space, in a workspace. Is it important to light a room that you capture? The first thing to keep in mind is this Pro2 has infrared structured light, which means that it can work pretty much in the dark. Very, very low light. This is a champion. This works very, very, very well in low light because it has that measurement sensor on board, the infrared structured light. This is key. This is what provides its ability to work in very, very low light. So what's the point then? Why light a space? Lighting a space is important for a couple of reasons. The first is if you have a goal of bringing out point cloud data or a mesh or things like this in the Matterport Matter Pack, it's best to have texture or color that you can understand what you're looking at. So that's an important first step. Lighting up an area based on the need to understand the surfaces that you're in, to know where you're going when you're touring around. The other thing that's important is when you're having light, certain types of light can inhibit the use of this device. Natural light, daylight, will counteract and reduce or sometimes totally eliminate the infrared structured light sensor on board here. So this does have a very strong sensor, but this sensor is able to be diminished by sunlight or other types of artificial light. So keep that in mind when you're out there capturing. It is able to be used outdoors. A person who is comfortable with this can use it outdoors, but the natural light is a drawback. So the type of lights people use sometimes can be quite wide ranging. I've had people who will take the Pro2 and they'll attach permanently with adhesive sticker, vinyl decal type thing, a light, Velcro on the side, this kind of thing. That's acceptable, that's suitable. One of the things that you do not need to have is to illuminate the entire room so much that, that you light it up entirely. What I suggest is a first round, some of those attachments of LED, wide ranging, lighting up the place in a professional way, great. But if you're in the field and have to figure it out, I recommend using a headlamp. The Petzl brand headlamp is the one that I like the most because they're inexpensive. They're proven by cavers and different climbers and outdoors people. You can use batteries in there that you can get AAA batteries from the store, and they also have rechargeable batteries as well in this brand. So I really think that this is an excellent one. And what I simply do is I turn it on. I don't throw it down typically, but I place it on top like that. And so it's able to get the light. A simple one is like this Petzl here, this Tactica. It's like $25 or $30. It's 300 lumens. It's really bright. And I think that this is the type of tool that a person should think about. You can spend this small amount of money and still illuminate your space. So I'm gonna knock out some of these lights and see what happens. You get the idea of what's going on here, but you only need to illuminate what it's looking at. And the angle of the lens is 270 degrees up. So we don't want to have it shining directly into the lens, but placing it on top works well. And I'll just give it a rotation. I have to connect to the Wi-Fi on it. And this is a quick review. You go to the Wi-Fi. This device is on. It says there the Matterport, the unit number is P129. It's connecting. It says no internet connection, of course, because this isn't the internet. This is just a way to wirelessly transfer data. So connected to the Pro2. And you can see as it rotates that it illuminates the area that needs to be illuminated. This usually works really well. I also like this headlamp because it has a retractable strap to it. This is called the Zipka from Petzl. And so you can take this, and if you have multiple ones, you can sometimes attach it to the side here. And while this does not rotate, you can set up multiple units on here and really light the place up if you want. And I also like the ones that have the strap on them too. You can tighten this down. This extra weight you saw before I dropped that headlamp, you place it on top and drape it around. Now, you of course can attach it in a more solid way, everybody, but I just want to give you the idea, the concept that this is a tool in a toolbox, and a person has various tools in their toolbox. And so if one is, I'm in a basement of a building with no light, maybe there's no power in the whole building, maybe there's no internet, there's nothing, it's a hole in the ground. Can I use Matterport for that? How do I do it? You can grab one of these headlamps, keep it in your kit, and whenever you need it, you put it on top. So just thinking about the ask would be, I'm in the basement of a place, how do I get this done? It seems like a daunting task. It's easy. You just gotta get a headlamp and move yourself through, and then get to the space that's well lit. So hopefully this has been helpful. It's kind of informal the way I'm presenting this, but know that the people in the field, the capture operators, they have to understand that the person at the end of the line is expecting something specific. They want to see a specific view. They want to see this, that. Move the camera up, move it down, turn on a light, shine it directly on that object. Make sure the spacing is right. Prep the space as you need. But really what I'm saying about this for the headlamps is just be resourceful, and you do not have to spend a lot of money to get really, really good lighting that's rechargeable or pretty much free, based on, you don't have to buy batteries, you get a rechargeable battery in there and you're good to go. So hopefully this has been enlightening, and let me know if you have any questions. The next episode, I think I'm going to cover the iPhone 12 Pro with LiDAR. All right, talk to you next time.